There we go. All. Okay. Now, I feel that I... Did we indeed talk about doing these both graphically and algebraically? Yes, okay. And did I ask you to attempt these in one way or the other? Did I say do one graphically? Did I say do one algebraically? Or did I say show them both? I said show them both? Okay. So we'll wait. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh. All right. So I'm kind of in a draw-y sort of mood today, so I'm going to open with the graphically one. So, again, what do we know up here? I know I have a point at 0, -5. Where's that? Five down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that my next point is somewhere on the y, with the y value of 7 on the x-axis. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's somewhere up there, yeah? And I know I have a slope of 3. Now, slope of 3 is misleading because slope is rise over run, right? And that's only one number. How do I make it the slope of 3 with rise over run? I put it over 1. So I got to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. And I can do that all the way up until I hit the line. And I hit it right there. Sooner or later, 4 dots are going to show up on my screen. There it is. And I hit it right there. There is my y value of 7. And it had an x value of 4. Okay? Now, just a quick reminder. If we were doing this in function notation, it would be f of what? What would go in here? The x or the y value? The x, 4, would equal what? The input was 4. What was the output? 7. Yay, there we go. Okay. Just like to make sure everybody can still do that. Now, algebraically, we'll come over here and I'll work in red. Algebraically. That's a fun word to write. What do I know? I know that slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. When you're in physics class, I was just speaking about this with Eden, we don't write it that way. We usually write it as delta y over delta x. Delta just means the difference. And of course, subtraction in math is difference. So all you do is you fill in what you know. Do we know the slope? Yep, it's 3 over 1. Now, who chooses y2 and y1? You do. The mistake you're going to make, guys, and somebody always does it. They choose the y2, and then they screw up what they make the other one. So here's what I mean. Which one? Somebody volunteer a y2 to me. You're going to make that y2. So now you got to remember that this guy has to be x2. That's where you're going to make your mistake in these questions. You're going to mess up your pairings. So if that guy is x2 and y2, this guy must be x1 and y1. It doesn't matter which one you choose to be 1 or 2, but it does matter if you screw up when you make the pair. Does everybody understand? Once you've chosen a y2, that guy's partner has to be x2. Everybody good? Oh, Mitchell. You left it in the library, and through a great deal of Sherlock Holmesian...
I didn't even put it in the library.
Then one of your buddies left it in the library on you. But it was in the library. And I care so much, I went all the way down to get it and walked all the way back up because I knew I would see you. All right. Now I'm all messed up. What were we talking about?
Algebra, the pairs.
Pairs, right. So everybody's cool with that? And then you just follow this. The other mistake you're going to make, and it's going to come up in this very question, if I made this guy y2, then it would be 7 minus y1, right? Which would be 7 minus minus 5, which is really 7 plus 5. You got to be careful with that. It's minus whatever that value is. This doesn't change. Everybody cool? So, y2, Daniel said it was negative 5. And y1 was 7. Yeah? Over x2, 0 minus x, right? Tidy it up. 3 over 1 equals negative 12 over negative x, right? Cross multiply. Always, always, always. When are you allowed to cross multiply? Always if you have fraction equals fraction. Always. In math, in physics, in social studies, in accounting, in algebra, in trigonometry. I could go on forever. If you ever see fraction, fraction, no matter what it looks like, you can cross multiply. Okay? Even if it's something like this. Don't write this down. I'm having trouble with this with my grade 11, so I'm using this with a quick chance to show you guys this too. Yeah, please do. Not xx. X minus 2 over 3 equals 5 over x plus 4. I can still cross multiply because it's fraction equals fraction, no matter what. Everybody cool? Okay. Sorry, little sidetrack there, because I just had that happen with my grade 12s. So like, how can I cross multiply there? Always. Anyway, so cross multiply. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. Negative 12 times 1 is negative 12, right? 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 No, it's not at you. It's the computer. Now what? Divide by negative 3, and x equals negative 12 divided by negative 3 is 4, which is what we got anyway. Everybody cool?
Cool.
All right. Same thing here, except there's negatives all over the place. Graphically, negative 3, 1, 2, 3, negative 2. And I know I'm going through 2. Somewhere on this line. So all I got to do is go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. Up 1, 2. I've gone off the graph. Spaghetti-o. What are my options? You could change the graph. Yep. That's one. I can extend the graph. Do I have another option? Change the scale. Make each square worth more than 1. Yes? If I make each square worth 2, does that work? All right, so if each square is worth 2, then negative 3, negative 2 is right there, correct? Halfway, negative 3, 2, 4, and down 2, right? Right? And now I could just follow, I can count. 2, 4, 5, and over 2. Right? 5 and over 2, 5 and over 2. So you could do that. Everybody cool? Everybody good? All right. So those are your options there. Oh, so now we need the answer, right? I forgot to give you the actual answer. So there we were. Up 5, 2, 4, 5 over 2. 1, 5 over 2. Up 2, 4, 5 over 2. Up 2, 4, 5 over 2. and we're going to cross right there, right? Now, because we changed the scale, that's not exact, is it? It's close to, I screwed up where that line needed to be too. That line needs to be here now because we changed it. The scale. So it's going to be right about there, right? Everyone agree? Right there. So I know that x is 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What's halfway between 8 and 10? 9. So our guess is that's 2, 9. But we can't be exact because it's in the middle, right? But we've graphically checked it out. We think it's going to be around 2, 9. Let's go back over here and check this side. 5 over 2 equals, what's y2 and y1? Who chooses?
You.
You do. So what do you guys want to make it? You're going to make this guy y2. Okay, so that makes that guy x2. That makes that guy y1. That makes that guy x1. So it's negative 2 minus y over negative 3 minus 2. Tidy it up. Negative 2 minus y over what? Over what? Minus 5. Cross multiply. Negative 25 equals negative 4 minus 2y. Yes? Right? Okay. So what do I do with this? No, he's already negative. So I add 4 to both sides. I bring him over. Negative 21 equals negative 2y. Divide by negative 2, and y equals positive 10.5. Now, when we came over here, we had to graph weirdly, right? Because we didn't have it exact and the squares are small, we guessed it was around 9. When we do it algebraically, we see that's 10.5. Are we happy with that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.5 would be right there. That's actually probably an even better guess. Everybody cool? So why did I give you this question last? Well, if you were relying on graphing, it forces you to do algebra. Huh? You don't rely on graphing? Counting bothers you? Okay. Is everybody cool? Yeah? All right. The usual. Any questions from page 188? He asked, hopefully. 5a? Yes, because choose a point. Choose a starting point. Does it matter which one you choose? Okay, let's say you start here. How do I get from here to here? Remember, slope is rise over run, right? So I like to count rise first. Yes? So to get from here to here, I had to go down, right? We'll talk about it in a sec. Okay? All right, you want to go across? Let's go across. So I'll go that way. Is that positive or negative? Going that way on a graph. Positive. Excellent. But when I get to here, I have to change direction and go where? Down, which is what? Negative. Now, I have a positive run and a negative rise. Slope is rise over run, right? So I have a negative rise over a positive run. Two different signs. When I actually divide that, what am I going to get? A negative number. That's it? Sweet. Anybody else from page 188? He asked doubly hopefully. Jasreet? 16. A trench is to be dug to lay a drainage pipe. To ensure the water flows, the trench must drop 1 inch for every 4 feet measured horizontally. So the pipe must go down, right? And it must go down 1 inch for every 4 feet. Are they the same scale? No. right? So it's just like if we did a graph with different scales. So can I do 1 over 4? No, I have to change this to inches, which is what? 4 times 12, which is 48. So now what's the slope? Rise over run. 1 over 48. Almost. You're missing one key part. What do you want a drain pipe to do? Drain. It's got to be negative. Right? Because if it's positive and you flush the toilet, is that water going to go away? No. That's why your toilet goes downwards. Right? It's the worst when your toilet water flows upwards. Okay? And then the rest of it. So that means for every 1 inch down, I have to go right 48, correct? So this question 2 says I'm dropping how far? 6.5. So how far this way do I got to go? What math did I do there? I multiplied by 6.5. So if I do that to the top, to the numerator, what do I got to do to the bottom? Multiply by 6.5, which will be 48 times 6. 40 times 6 is 248 times 6 is 48. That's 288 plus 0.5 is 24, which is 312. I think. You'd have to check the answers. And then the last one, if it's 18 feet this way, that's 4 times 4.5 to get 18 feet, right? So that means this has to be times what? 4.5. So it's going to go down 4.5 inches. That's it. Excellent. More? You guys, I've got nothing to dry my tears with. They're tears of joy. You're asking me homework questions. Guys, I assumed that you would all say, we have no questions, Mr. Myers. So to prove it, I made a quiz that I was going to give you today. No. But now look, you're asking questions. How did you know? Because I was sick and tired of it. So I was going to say, fine, here. You don't need to ask me any questions. You must know exactly what you're doing. No, I'm just going to give them to you another day. You guys. Stop it. You're always safe from quizzes. They can't hurt you.
They hurt me emotionally.
But sometimes the emotional ones are the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Lies.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. When I go out and play rugby, when somebody scores, that hurts my feelings if they score against me. Hurts a lot less than when he runs over me.
Yeah.
Although, to quote Wesley from Princess Bride, the greatest movie ever made, life is pain, Highness.
Yeah, but quizzes are
As you wish. If you haven't seen Princess Bride, 1, your life is not as full as it could be. You can make it infinitely more full by seeing that movie today. It might be on Netflix. If it isn't, I'm sure you all know how to get movies illegally now.
Oh, I guess so. And we were in the class and we were going to watch a movie. He's like, oh, I'll legally stream it for you. Just so come on.
I lost her. I'll illegally stream it for you. And then she went, blah, 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 and I didn't get a word of it. But it doesn't matter. If you haven't seen Princess Bride, you should. Allie will back me up on this. It has been on Netflix in the past. So it is my favorite movie of all time. I made my exchange student from Mexico watch it. He fell asleep. I was a little sad.
Did it hurt you emotionally?
It hurt me emotionally, but I shook it off.
There you go.
Because my daughter was watching the movie with me, and we were talking the whole movie, saying the movie like Jake in Brooklyn Nine-Nine can do for Die Hard.
Oh, that was great. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine too. Not as much as I love Princess Bride, But are you waiving? What question? Oh, you have a question, right? That's what started this all. Go. 28B. All right. So for a full pitch roof, this and this are equal, right? Yes, go. Agreed? All right. So a full pitch roof has a span of 36, right? Which means if this is 36, how tall is that? 36. Agreed? What's the slope? Slope is rise over run, right? So the rise is 36, but what's the run? We're doing A first because you can't do B until you get A. What's the run? 18, right? So 36 over 18 is what? 2. So a full pitch roof has a slope of 2. Agreed? Okay. For a 1/3 pitch roof, the height is 1/3 the span. So this span is 36, yes? So the 36 hasn't changed, but the height isn't 36 anymore. It's 1/3 of the span, which is what? What's a third of 36? 12. So in B, we're looking at a roof. That's a crap drawing. We're looking at a roof that looks like this, right? 36 and 12. Agreed? What's the slope? Rise over run. What's the rise? 12. What's the slope? No. Slope is this rise and run. 12 is the rise. What's the run? 18. So the slope is 12/18, which is 2/3. Understand? So now, the reason that question is here is because it actually does apply to real life. A full pitch roof has a slope of 2, right? A 1/3 pitch roof has a slope of 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. Full pitch, 1, slope of 2. So what would the slope of a half pitch roof be? Synthesize the information, ladies and gentlemen. What? 1. What would the slope of a 2/5 roof be? Full pitch gets a slope of 2. Third pitch gets 2/3. A half pitch gets a slope of 1. So what would 4/5 pitch be? I did, damn it, I just gave away the answer. What would a 2/5 pitch roof be? 4/5. Why? Not because I told you the answer. What is the relationship between 1/2 and 1? You double 1/2, you get 1. What is the relation between 1 and 2? Double it, you get 2. What is the relation between 1/3 pitch and a slope of 2/3? Double it. So if I have a 2/5 pitch, what's the slope? Doubled. 4/5. Okay? Real life problem. Now, you want to know something funny about this problem? We learned this as slope, right? And it's not that hard, rise over run. My brother was a roofer before he got into trouble. He could do all of this stuff in his head. One day, I was marking a test on slopes, and my brother looked at it and says, I can't do that. Because he was saying, what do they learn in grade 10 now anyways? And he's looking at it, it's like, what are you talking about? I can't do that. And I said, what's the pitch of our roof? And he looked up, and he did some measuring in his head, and he told me it right away. He could do slope, but he didn't call it slope. Crazy, hey? You guys don't care.
Yeah, he's like a magician.
More?
No, I'm just like,
You're clarifying which?
Like for 15, you would do rise over run.
For 15?
Yeah, to find the
Yes.
Okay.
Where was? Oh yeah, it's the pipe. Yeah, but you got to remember, you can't count. Right? We talked about this. You can't count it because they're different distances. Right? Slope is the rise over the run with no measurements. Everybody good? Sweet. So now I have to warn you. I'm going to give you a quiz tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not here tomorrow.
Well, again, it won't matter, Daniel, because quizzes don't hurt you.
I actually don't know if you're here tomorrow. I don't know what's happening.
Quiz on slopes and intercepts. So in your book, that is pages. Page 179 to page 179 to 189. That's what your quiz will cover tomorrow.
I bet.
Aight?
Oh.
You okay there, old timer?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Nice job, Aaron. Nice job, Vicky. Even if you don't give me an employee discount.
No, it doesn't.
Caitlin, you since you
Doesn't do anything for me.
employee discount either.
I'm taking math until the end of university.
Yeah, but Ivy didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. My brother took Ivy. Didn't do anything. You got there, you're quick fella.
I know, I was so mad. What'd you get?
I know, it's
Which one
so
did I get wrong?
The X is beside it.
How was this wrong? Which one was this? Wasn't it this?
No,
Was it
I guess
this?
not. You circled 2.
But I took
Here's probably A. Watch, it's gonna be A.
It's gonna be A, because I know for a fact that it's not any of these. I just couldn't figure out which one of these it is and why it just happened.
I got.
Okay,
For sure, I thought they said 91.
which ones did I get wrong then? Okay,
Yeah, I put B too.
how is this wrong?
Holy!
This one, 15.
Okay, let me try.
14.
I got 10 wrong. Well, I didn't get 14 wrong.
I got 3 wrong so far.
What did you get for 14?
Oh my god, I got all of these wrong.
What did you get for 14?
I got all of these
Oh, I
wrong.
definitely got all of this wrong. I definitely got all of this.
How the hell?
What did you put? I put FAC. I had no clue.
Because look, the height of a bicycle pedal is a function of time. That goes like this. Does it not?
Because time doesn't go backwards.
You put C2.
I did put C2, and now I just realized it's.
You guys pedal your bike super fast, man! Faster than the speed of light!
Damn.
I
boy.
don't bike.
You don't need the bike to know that time doesn't go backwards.
I just realized.
Hey,
I put
I just
C2.
realized that too.
Don't worry, almost everybody puts C.
Because it looks like the bicycle pedal.
Yes, I know, but do you remember this?
I do. Now I remember it right
Do
now.
you remember? Just wait. The swing
Yeah.
and how I talked about it's not this.
Yeah. I remember that. Darn.
Have a look at your test. Add up the numbers at the bottom. Make sure my addition is good.
Well, okay.
Wait, how much was this page out of? Was that
What?
or
Oh, I didn't draw mine.
oh, it was out of 5. Okay, that's good. And this one was out of 5 too. Oh, I didn't really get on the back.
What?
Yeah. Shit, how about you rate messy graph at the
Because it
moment?
was messy.
Oh.
I enjoy having little notes from you guys. I enjoy it. It gives, by the time I've marked 25 tests for somebody to have a little, I used to have a student that would draw on every page, like little cartoons. And I loved marking their tests, even though they were only like a C plus student. But the drawings were awesome. I couldn't wait to get to their test. I was kind of hoping that by the end of the year they'd do an actual cartoon when I flipped the pages, but they never did. What am I doing?
You're reviewing the test.
Right, I'm sending the test to the spot that, yes.
I thought this was when I first got this, it looks like it's 91, and I was like, uh-oh.
You got 91 out of 41?
Then I got
Oh, you thought it was 34 out of 91?
Is this supposed to be like out of 3, but I got 1 mark on?
Yes. You guys are block B, yeah? No, not every time.
Which one? Which question? On every, I think on every. Oh, on.
29. I just drew it, but like, it was so small. And I didn't draw it.
Okay. Number 1. Oh, I'm recording.